Hello, I'm Mahin, a video games journalist from East London, and last weekend I went to London MCM Comic Con, from where inside a bus I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This was an extended demo and is what you're looking at right now on screen, and as the release date of February 29th gets closer and closer, so are the wheels of fate turning. Round and round, round and round, round and round, the wheels of...
A Mako spring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
Except the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
So I chose to play mostly as Sephiroth and Red 13 as they're completely new characters, so expect a lot of gameplay from these two. There were two missions to choose from, the fated Mount Nibel mission and the open wilds of Junon, and I started with the first one. Right off the bat, you can tell that naturally, this game will be focused on Sephiroth a lot more than the remake did. But to see him in updated graphics, being his mysterious, moody self is eerie for people who don't know what's to come. He's defo giving off a Mewtwo vibe, and to be honest, it's kinda hot. This also reflects in his combat too. He does play similar to how he is in Smash, except without all the end lag, and instead, he's a speedy, ninja-esque beast that makes you feel like you're in a proper hack and slash game. He's even got finishing moves for his combos with the triangle button. I should say, I have played Final Fantasy VII, but I played it during lockdown before Remake came out. So as much as I love the story and the characters, I don't have that same sense of nostalgia that a lot of other people do. Also, I chose not to mess around with the menus and materia too much, just because I didn't know how long the demo was and I wanted to get to the meat and potatoes instead of fiddling around in the menus. Also, a lot of stuff was locked. Tifa is also with you for the first mission, but she's not playable, probably because she's not a badass yet, and you can tell this from the cowboy hat she's wearing. You progress through the cave fighting enemies till you get to the boss, and throughout my time here, I really enjoyed playing as Sephiroth, and really hope the flashback scenes are much longer. His moveset is so satisfying to use, and of course he's even got his famous killing move from the original game he uses to kill a certain main character. This time, it's called Hell's Gate. Of course he's got that move. The boss here is the Materia Dragon, and after I assessed it with Cloud's ability, I used fire spells, which were its weakness, and quickly staggered it. And just as I thought I might have finished this boss a little too early, it goes and crawls onto the ceiling now, doesn't it? However, with one fire, it comes slamming back into the ground like Sephiroth killing Aerith. Towards the end, the two use their new synergy ability, which is basically a flashy combo between two characters. Sephiroth and Cloud's is called Double Helix.
Strike. I know. Got ya.
Take it from here.
The next part of the demo is titled The Open Wilds of Junon, and seems to take place after the team come out of a cave and see some really weak worker looking people trying to get to Junon. One decides to take a flying Corviknight taxi, and you're then left to your own devices and with some chocobos. After you get over the ridiculous stance of Red on a chocobo, you start to think, is this a huge health and safety nightmare? Dog on fire, riding a giant chicken covered in feathers. What's the worst that could happen? The team here consists of Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, and new to the team, Red 13. Chocobos in this game provide a fast way to get around. They can sniff out treasure too, but most importantly, in a huge near to open world environment, they're a quick way to get around that doesn't involve pushing a car down the motorway waiting for the AA. And don't feel too bad for these people, I did too at first, until I realized they actually sound like they're having a great time. Maybe a little too great.
Where did that bird even come?
This demo, I used Red 13 mostly, as I said. This good boy loves to spin and has some fast and vicious attacks. His mechanic is Vengeance Mode, which you build up over time and sends you into a period where Red gets higher attack power and dodge speed. Blocking also increases the time you go into Vengeance mode for. Before heading to Under Junon, where the demo ends with a boss battle, I spent some time in the wild area just outside it. There are a few small quests to do with defeating enemies in certain ways, and I'm sure there was other stuff to do too, but using red in these fields was a little tricky to see exactly what was going on. I then got to the slum-like area of Under Junon, where even here, the scale of this game is incredible. If it isn't obvious already, I don't have a PS5, so any of these large-scale PS5-ness things that happen, forgive me, because this is one of my first times experiencing it. Here you get into a tense little situation with the mayor/sheriff/head of IT/kids party clown, Rhonda. And after a spiel about why she could turn you in, the wanted criminals, she lets you through. She's also security here apparently. Is there anything she can't do? Once you get into the town, you're rushed to the bay by a screaming child, where you fight the end boss of the demo, who's called Terror of the Deep. Baby names are getting weirder and weirder every year. I tried exploring the town a little on the way, but apparently someone is really needy. The sea monster, along with Mr. Dolphin, then appears and Yuffie gets thrown around like a ragdoll. Then, the team get into the final boss battle of the demo. My tactic here was spin to win. Use spells to stagger the opponent and then wail on him. Get it? Wail? Like a dolphin, because there's a dolphin running around, swimming. The enemy traps your team with water bubbles, which you can break them out of, and sometimes picks certain members up. It also makes a twister of water that sucks you in and generally throws water around everywhere, something this doggo definitely doesn't like at all. The combat here is amazing, and the power of the PS5 along with these slow motion shots whilst you're thinking about what to do also adds a sense of urgency, which is also what made Remake great. Except here it's cranked up to 11, not to be confused with Final Fantasy 11, this is 7. The battle finishes with the fan favourite Mr. Dolphin being used as a pedestal for Cloud to use as an extra jump to slay the enemy. And after that, the two look into the sky and the demo finishes. Aww.
On it. Oh no, you don't.
This demo was amazing, and if Rebirth is as character and combat focused as the demo makes it seem, I'll be saving up the pennies for a PS5 ASAP. I've said that before, but this time I mean it. For someone who's not a fan of the series though, there could possibly be some fun to have with the combat system, but with such a heavy emphasis on seeing these legacy characters more fleshed out and in 4K, this game was made for Final Fantasy VII fans, and I just know I'll be in tears by the time the credits roll. Again. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and if you have any more questions about the game, put it in the comments and I'll answer every single one. Also, check out my Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday at 6 PM BST, and also I played out the whole extended capture that I had of the demo on my Twitch, so be sure to check that out too. Till next time, see ya.
Now we're talking. Sephiroth.
You're in good
Take the
hands.
lead. Won't let you down. Burn. It's all you.